In all your experience in, you said Pennsylvania?
I grew up in Pennsylvania, cop in South Carolina, state cop in Idaho. And
Idaho, and the police department here. In all those positions as a policeman, you're obviously very well read, and you'll form some strong opinions. Let me ask you, are all gun control laws unconstitutional? Following up on a Fourth Amendment question there.
See, the last part, are all gun laws what?
Are all gun laws unconstitutional?
Not all of them, but a lot of them are unneeded. You can't tell me that a person that's going to go commit murder is not going to select a gun because there's a law against it. You've got to change the behavior of the person. You've got to change the person's heart. The gun is inconsequential. The reason why there's such an uproar in this country is, you look at Canada, you take those two countries, we both have the same amount of violence. We just have more lethality because of the gun. But that's because of the criminal, that's not because you and me. We shouldn't be going after the people who are exercising your rights, and you should go after the people that are abusing them. And only a certain amount of gun laws are going to do that. The little piddly ones that we have today are just, they're hardly needed. Number of rounds in a magazine, or what kind of gun you want, just because it looks bad, it has a grip on it, and it's black. I mean, those are all nonsense. So the problems they're having in Connecticut right now with the gun registration, that is horrible stuff. The citizens of Connecticut are having to go through right now and having to put up with that nonsense. Good law-abiding citizens basically being forced to register their guns. It's horrible, and it's going on in this country. So as far as gun laws go, the Constitution, as an owner, you're not to be restricted from owning a gun. Where you can carry it, if you are not a convicted felon, you should be able to take that wherever you want. They won't even let us, as law enforcement officers, take them over to the Quest Field when we go over there to attend a ball game.
I read that.
I mean, it's ridiculous. I can't, as a law enforcement officer, I can't walk into Robin's shop and buy a handgun over the counter immediately that day. I have to wait, 3 or 5 days. Mm-hmm. But a concealed weapons permit holder can go in there and get it that day because he's going to a high school where he's gotten a safety course or something like that. I go through years and years of training, 3 or 4 polygraphs, and I'm a law enforcement officer, and I got to wait 5 days. I mean, these laws are crazy.
Concealed weapons only like $50 and your fingerprints, and somehow that grants you better rights. That's ridiculous.
But to prove his point, how many of those people are actually involved in criminal enterprise?
Well, zero.
Zero.
But that's not the point. But the point is, I'm getting another permit, asking permission from the government to have something special that I should have the quote right to. Right. Because I'm not incarcerated at that period of time. I should have the right to do it. But now I'm paying it. And then you always, because when I'm stopped, they know you have a concealed weapon. When you cross the Canadian border, they know you filed for a concealed weapon. You're given, let's put it mildly, extra. Well,
I know.
they stiff you a little bit harder when you go across Canada because they consider you American. You've got a gun permit, so you're obviously a criminal going up there for Canada, and it ain't fun.
We need more outspokenness in that area. And
I'll
I'll give you an example. look at what happened in Colorado. You had those 2 Democratic senators making those stupid little laws, and they did it the right way. They recalled them. They made an example out of them. So we're not going to take that. And they voted them out. And so I think if we did that here and started picking on 1 or 2 that just constantly bring up these stupid little initiatives and these stupid little laws about stuff like that, and just target them and show them we won't stand for this. Now, what you're talking about with the paying, that's a state remedy. There's nothing a local sheriff can do about that. And again, that's a small little battle on the big war.
We talked to state legislators about the alternative.
But I do agree with you.